Airports don't feel chaotic. They feel controlled. From the second you enter to the moment you sit on the plane, everything around you is quietly shaping your decisions, where you walk, what you notice, what you spend. And here's the part most people never realize. It's not built to help you. It's built to influence you. That's why so many travelers end up overspending, wasting time, and repeating the same mistakes again and again. In this video, you're going to uncover 12 hidden airport and flight tricks that airlines don't openly tell you. Not because they're complicated, but because once you understand them, you stop falling into the system. And stay till the end, because the last trick involves something you probably do on every single flight, and it could be costing you more than you think. Number 1, the shuttle trick that saves you from expensive airport rides. You land, you're tired. First thing you do, open your phone, book an Uber. Easy. But what most people don't notice is, the moment you request a ride from inside the airport, you're already paying extra. There's a hidden airport pickup fee, sometimes $5, sometimes $15, added instantly. And that's just the beginning. Then you deal with crowded pickup zones, confusing signs, drivers stuck in traffic loops. What looked like a cheap ride becomes stressful and overpriced. Now here's what experienced travelers do instead. They don't play inside the system, they step outside it. Instead of calling a ride at the terminal, they take a free hotel shuttle. Airports are surrounded by hotels running constant shuttle services. Officially for guests, but realistically, no one checks. You ride a few minutes, get dropped at a hotel entrance, then book your ride from there. No extra fees, no chaos, no waiting in crowded zones, just a smoother, cheaper pickup. Sometimes the smartest move is simply moving a little away from where everyone else is. Number 2, the hidden fast-track security almost no one uses. Security is where most trips start going wrong. Long lines, slow movement, people struggling with bags and trays. And everyone just accepts it because they think there's no alternative. But there is. Some airports now offer something most people completely ignore, a security reservation system. No business class, no VIP access, no membership needed, just a simple booking. Here's how it works. Before your flight, you go to the airport website, pick a time slot for security. They give you a QR code. When you arrive, you don't stand in the normal line. You go to a separate lane, scan, and walk through. While everyone else is stuck waiting, you're already heading to your gate. Airports like Heathrow, Amsterdam, Seattle, Sydney, they've already introduced this, but almost no one uses it. Why? Because it's barely advertised. And that's exactly why it works so well. Less people know, less crowded it stays. It's basically a hidden fast lane right in front of everyone. Number 3, the left side trick that saves you time instantly. Next time you go through security, watch people carefully. Almost everyone moves to the right side, without thinking. It's automatic. And that's exactly why the right lanes get crowded first. It's human behavior. People naturally follow the same direction and assume the first visible option is faster, so everyone ends up in the same place. Meanwhile, the left side, often half empty, moving faster even during busy hours. Airport staff see this every day. Frequent travelers use it all the time, but most people never notice because they're focused on moving forward, not observing. So next time, don't just follow people. Pause, look around, then choose the left lane. Because sometimes saving time has nothing to do with speed and everything to do with awareness. Number 4, why relying on airlines to track your bag is a mistake. There's one moment every traveler dreads, standing at the baggage carousel, watching bag after bag come out, and yours never appears. At first, you think it's delayed. Then the belt stops, and you realize your luggage is missing. Airlines will tell you they can track it, but here's the reality. Their systems are often slow, outdated, and sometimes hours behind, meaning by the time they update you, your bag could already be somewhere else. That's why experienced travelers don't depend on airlines anymore. They track their bags themselves, using small tracking devices placed inside the suitcase. Before your trip, you drop it inside, and from your phone, you can see exactly where your luggage is. Still at the airport? You'll know. Left behind? You'll know. Already arrived before you? You'll know. That changes everything.
because instead of guessing, you have certainty. And removing that uncertainty removes one of the biggest travel stresses completely.
Number 5. The invisible tricks airports use to make you spend more. Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you pass security, the airport suddenly feels different, quieter, calmer, almost relaxing. That's not random, that's intentional. Airports are carefully designed environments built to influence how you feel and how you spend. Let's start with something simple, the floor. Before security, it's hard, smooth, fast. After security, soft carpet. Why? Because soft flooring slows you down. And when you slow down, you start looking around. Then comes lighting. Bright lights highlight expensive stores, while softer lighting surrounds restaurants and lounges. Your eyes are being guided without you realizing it. And then there's something even more subtle, smell. That bakery scent, that coffee aroma. Sometimes it's not even real cooking, it's scent marketing, designed to trigger comfort, hunger, and impulse buying. Even the layout plays a role. Duty-free shops are placed directly in your path. You don't walk past them, you walk through them. Narrow walkways, strategic product placement, all guiding you step by step. You think you're just heading to your gate, but in reality, you're moving through a carefully designed spending system. And once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Number 6, the dirtiest thing you carry isn't what you think. Most travelers try to stay clean during a trip. They wipe tray tables, sanitize hands, avoid touching surfaces. But there's one thing almost everyone ignores: your luggage wheels. Think about everywhere they go. Parking lots, sidewalks, airport bathrooms, dirty terminal floors, even aircraft cargo areas. Then what happens? You roll that same suitcase straight into your hotel room, or worse, your home. Everything those wheels picked up comes with you. Dirt, bacteria, chemicals, things you can't even see. And here's the strange part. People clean airplane seats, but forget the dirtiest part of their entire journey. The solution? Simple. Keep disinfectant wipes with you. Before entering your room or home, take 30 seconds and clean the wheels. That's it. A small habit that makes a big difference. Because sometimes the biggest hygiene risk is the one quietly rolling behind you. Number 7, why duty-free shopping isn't always a good deal. Duty-free. It sounds like a guarantee. No tax, better prices, exclusive offers. But here's the truth. It doesn't always mean cheaper. Airports understand something about human psychology. After security, people feel relieved. You made it. You relax. And in that moment, spending feels easier. That's when prices quietly go up. Perfumes, cosmetics, snacks, even basic items can be more expensive than outside. But because it says tax-free, your brain assumes it's a deal. There's another trick too. Special bundles, unique sizes, products that look slightly different, so you can't easily compare prices. And that confusion, it works in their favor. Smart travelers do one simple thing. Before buying anything, they check the price on their phone. Same product, online or in local stores. And many times, they find it cheaper outside the airport, sometimes by a big margin. So yes, duty-free can be useful, but only if you treat it like a normal store, not a guaranteed bargain. Number 8, the simple sleep trick frequent flyers quietly use. Sleeping on a plane sounds easy until you actually try. The noise, the seat, the interruptions, and suddenly you're wide awake. Most people try sleeping pills, but those come with problems. Grogginess, confusion, heavy feeling after landing. That's why frequent travelers started using a different approach, something much simpler, a combination of natural relaxation and sound. Instead of forcing sleep, they prepare their body for it. About 30 to 60 minutes before the flight,
They use a light, calming method. Then when seated, headphones on, soft background sounds playing. Rain, whispers, gentle repetitive audio. And something interesting happens. Your body doesn't crash into sleep. It slowly drifts into it. More natural, more comfortable. No heavy side effects. You wake up feeling normal, not disoriented. That's why even nervous travelers and long-haul flyers rely on this method. Because sometimes the best travel upgrade is not your seat. It's how your body handles the journey.
Number 9. Why putting your home address on luggage is risky. For years, travelers were told one simple thing: put your name and address on your luggage. Sounds responsible, right? If your bag gets lost, someone can return it. But here's what most people don't think about. You're also sharing your personal information with complete strangers. Your bag travels through multiple airports, handled by people you'll never meet. And if someone sees your tag and realizes you're far from home, they know something else too. Your house might be empty. This isn't just a theory. There have been real cases where homes were targeted because travelers revealed too much on their luggage tags. It's rare, but when it happens, it's preventable. So what should you do instead? Keep it minimal. Your name, your phone number, your email. That's enough for airlines or honest people to contact you, but it doesn't expose where you live. Because your luggage doesn't just carry your clothes, it carries your information. And the less you reveal, the safer you stay. Number 10. Why early flights give you a hidden advantage. Most people hate early flights. Waking up before sunrise, rushing in the dark, it feels exhausting. So they choose later flights, more comfortable, more relaxed. But here's what they don't realize. Air travel works like a chain reaction. One delay early in the day can affect dozens of flights after it. Planes arrive late, crews get delayed, connections start collapsing. By afternoon, airports aren't just busy, they're unstable. But early morning flights? They operate in a completely different environment. Your plane is already there, parked overnight, ready to go. Air traffic is lighter, security lines are shorter, everything runs smoother. Which means higher chance of on-time departure, higher chance of on-time arrival, lower chance of missing connections. Even weather plays a role. Mornings are usually calmer, less turbulence, fewer storms. And sometimes tickets are cheaper too. So yes, waking up early is uncomfortable. But dealing with delays, missed flights, and stress, that's worse. Sometimes the smartest choice isn't the easiest one. Number 11. The seat habit that could cost you more than you think. Every flight, you hear the same instruction. Place your bag under the seat in front of you. Seems normal. But here's what no one explains. That spot can be one of the worst places for your belongings. First, hygiene. That floor under the seat, it's rarely deep cleaned. It collects dirt from hundreds of passengers, food spills, bacteria, everything. And your bag sits right on it. Second, security. On long flights, especially overnight, there have been real cases of passengers quietly reaching forward and taking bags. If your valuables are right there, they're easy to access. Third, loss. Half-open bags, items shifting during the flight, things fall out without you noticing. Passport, charger, small valuables, gone, and you only realize after landing. Then comes comfort. Your leg space is already limited and now your bag is making it worse. So what do experienced travelers do? They separate essentials. A small pouch under the seat, just what you need during the flight. Everything else stored safely, overhead or secured. Some even attach their bag to the seat frame while sleeping, because this isn't just about convenience, it's about awareness. Number 12, the upgrade opportunity most people miss. Most travelers think upgrades are pure luck. You either get one or you don't. But that's not completely true. Behind the scenes, airlines are constantly adjusting seating. Empty premium seats equals lost revenue. So when flights aren't full, they quietly move passengers. No announcements, no big offers, just silent decisions. And here's what influences those decisions, more than people realize. When you check in, how you interact with staff, how flexible you seem. Experienced travelers understand this. They don't check in too early and they don't wait until the last minute. They time it. Then at the gate, they stay visible, alert, calm. Because when staff need to move someone quickly, they choose the easiest option. Someone present, cooperative, ready.
And sometimes that person gets upgraded. No extra payment, no bidding, just being in the right place at the right moment. Now here's the real question. How many of these things have you been doing on every trip without even thinking? Because once you understand how airports really work, you can't travel the same way again. Airports aren't random, they're designed. Every line, every sign, every system you follow has a purpose. And the difference between a smooth trip and a stressful one is rarely luck, it's awareness. The travelers who move faster, spend less, and avoid problems aren't smarter, they just see what others don't. So next time you walk into an airport, don't just follow the system, start noticing it. If this changed how you see travel, hit like, subscribe, and stay one step ahead. Because the people who never struggle at the airport are the ones who already know it's coming. I'll see you in the next one.